Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a challenge and I have been challenged by one of my dear subscribers, Kat or Catherine Louise. Thank you so much, darling, for suggesting such a fun video idea, and thank you for giving me a challenge, because this one is the challenge of challenges. Today I will be recreating a makeup look by Hi, I Am Gorilla. Michał is a wonderful artist on Instagram. I've followed him for years. His makeup looks are crisp, are perfect. You can tell he just gives it all he has, and it's just, I love those makeup looks, okay? And today I will be recreating this one. I don't know if I can succeed, but you will just kind of come along and have a look. We shall see if I've got the skill or the talent to create this. I also will be giving it a twist. I want to incorporate colour of the year of 2022, and it is the periwinkle blue / purple for the liner. But I'm babbling, let's just get on, because this one might actually take me ages. If you would like to see whether I can recreate the makeup look by Hi, I Am Gorilla, then all you have to do is keep on watching. Whew. Alright, you guys, not a great start. Already had 2 attempts and I took it off. I kind of really want to share that with you. I'm going to put snippets of the 2 attempts. Don't get discouraged, because clearly even an experienced makeup person can struggle with this look. This is a difficult look, okay? I wasn't happy with the colour scheme that I chose. I'm going to switch to Be Perfect Carnival 3 Love Tahiti rather than the Be Perfect Carnival 4, because the colour scheme is like a very warm dark brown, and they have come out very, very red. However, it is time to prime, and the primer will help you a lot when making this look. I'm taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills. You want a good contrasting primer. This is pretty much white, so it doesn't get any better than this. This look is all about patience, practice, being calm, having a steady hand. So if you don't have those things, and I feel like I do, this is not a look for you. Make sure you have loads of brushes. Make sure you have loads of different types of brushes, different sizes. You might even need to invest in like a nail art tool kit, which I will be using today. You will see why. Everything about this look, I have quite a big lid, and even on my big lid, it's quite hard to make it nice and small. If you have very small lids, this look is probably not for you. Just sit back, relax, and have a look. Be entertained by how I'm struggling to make this look. Let's start off with the outer corner. I'm going to pick up Cocoa from the Carnival 3. I'm mixing it with ginger, and I'm going to put this like in the middle of my crease, just slightly above, and I'm following that natural curve, not all the way to the outer corner, just making like a very small line, and I'm gonna wing this out. So you're going down and back up. I'm now taking a very small blending brush. This is actually Real Techniques Essential Crease Brush. It's nice and small, and I'm not taking anything on it. I'm going to blend the very edges of my look with this. Just scratch at the edges a little bit, just to diffuse them and for them to blend just ever so slightly into that primer. I'm going to take the same concoction of cocoa and ginger, and this is very unusual. I'm making like pretty much a dot right here, sort of like close to my brow bone. is making like a dot. And at the moment, yep, it looks horrible. But it's not going to be horrible. And again, I'm taking that blending brush and blending the edges. This is the control I'm talking about. You don't want to blend it everywhere. You're blending the very, very edges. I'm going to be a pest, and I am going to dip into the Antidote palette. I need something like the shade called Buff, which is like a very beigey colour, and I'm putting a little bit of this on the edges. I'm taking another pencil brush. See why I told you need a lot of brushes? If you don't, get a towel, dampen one corner of the towel with some makeup remover, leave the second corner dry, and then you could use your dirty brushes, like swirl them in that dampened corner and dry it off in the dry corner. Make sure your brushes are very, 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 very dry when you clean them in between the colours. I personally like to go back and forth with my brushes, so just get yourself a lot of brushes. I'm now going to take a little bit of Black Beach, the black, and I'm putting that in my crease. I just need a very, very dark brown, which I'm struggling to find actually. The darkest brown from the Huda Beauty palette I had last week would have been perfect for this, but I can't find it. This way is just a little bit longer, making a dark brown from pretty much an orange and black. Yeah, that's gonna take ages. I'm starting to wonder whether it's the day to do this. I don't know if this is gonna look good. I don't know if it's the day to do this look. I already had a try at this makeup look once before, and it worked so well. Why did it work so well in comparison to what's happening now? Like, really? Okay, I'm gonna keep going for a minute. Let's just try. I'm now going to do that inner corner dip, and what you want to do is take a very small pencil brush, sort of line it where your inner corner is, however do it in your crease, and you are making a dot. And because I have loads of brushes, I'm taking another pencil brush and I'm diffusing these edges, just pretty much wiggling that brush in the same spot. I need a little bit of black, or super dark brown would be preferred. I can't believe I don't have a super dark brown. I do, but I'm just very picky with my colours. I'm even taking a little bit of Buff. You could probably use your face powder for this actually. Don't need a whole new palette. Let's see if all of this blending was worthwhile. Because I'm trying to be a little bit more eco-friendly, I don't use Q-tips or cotton rounds. I use reusable cotton rounds, and I use brushes to cut my crease. I'm taking a small flat brush and some makeup remover. I'm putting it on my cotton round and I'm damping it. I'm going to put my brush on its side and I'm going to do my first cut, and it's the inner corner one. I'm going in the middle of that circle into my crease and then down. Oh, I don't know how I feel about this, guys. Really don't. And this is probably the hardest portion, keeping your eyes nice and open and not spreading that makeup remover. I know a lot of people use Vaseline, but I can't. Like putting something greasy on my lid. No, I don't know. I think I've cut my lid a little too high there. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look like what I wanted it to look. Kat, seriously, you're killing me right now. I'm taking a little bit of black to darken the edges so you can actually see what's happening. I feel like this look is a bunch of mistakes put together. For me, not for Michał. I think I can save the look by doing exactly what I'm doing right now. And that is basically going back in on the edges and rebuilding that colour. So I've started off with the black. I'm gonna take cocoa. I'm not gonna start again. I can't. I think I can save this, so there's no point. And now time for ginger. So it has that orange hue. I really am starting to wonder, like, how did he do it? How did he do it? Because I'm taking a guess at what I would do. This is kind of what I would do, what I am doing to create this look. Maybe there's an easier way. I might have to message him, you know. I mean, it kind of looks like what he has created, right? Definitely not the same color scheme, like, just his is so perfect. He just had an idea and went with it and knew exactly what he wanted to do. I'm basically like becoming a white collar forger and trying to recreate a masterpiece. I'm painting a Mona Lisa without having the knowledge or having a very basic knowledge on how to create it, but like it's just not gonna be the same, is it? What he has created is art. That's basically what I'm saying. What I'm gonna do now is take just a palette, or you could put it at the back of your hand, and I'm taking my ABH and I'm filling that area in. It doesn't need to be like super crisp, but make sure you're trying your hardest. I mean, you guys, it took a long time, such a long time, but like that does not look bad. I'm now going to take that fluffy brush and I'm going to take Stone, not Buff, from the Antidote. I'm putting that on majority of my mobile lid to set this this primer. And now finally something I know how to do. I think we shall see. I'm going to take cocoa and I'm doing that outer corner. So you want to start from your outer corner. By the way, it goes without saying, don't do this when you have a full face of foundation on and stuff. It's going to take you way too long to do this look and your foundation isn't going to look as nice. Just like me, you might have to start 3 times. So just do your eyes first. I'm building that intensity. I'm taking a somewhat fluffy brush for black because I want to blend it immediately as I'm applying it. I love all smoky, wispy looks, so this is definitely up my street, and it took literally like less than 5 minutes. I think Michał is just showing off his skills in this look. However, we need to cut again. So I'm taking the same brush I was using all along, a little bit more of makeup remover. By the way, you can totally use Q-tips for this. However, Q-tips might be a little bit too big. So highly recommend using a brush. It cleans. As you can see, you have a lot of control with it. And you want to clean the very outer corner going up, and then the lower lid will have like a line as well, but we'll do that after the whole face is on. Okay, time for the liner. For this, I actually am gonna steer away from the original picture and create my own custom colour, the Periwinkle Blue, a colour of 2022 according to Pantone. And for that, I'm gonna use my palette and 2 shades. Hopefully it's going to come out nice. I'm taking the P. Louise Crisp Finish in Salty AF and the Acid Rain Ibiza from P. Louise and Mitchell. A little bit of that purple, a little bit of the blue, and it's matching my top pretty perfectly. And now it's time for you to pick up the smallest brush you've ever owned. I went into a craft store and I actually bought a brush that was made for paints. This is a synthetic creative models brush, and I have no idea what it means. All of this is just, it's 10 divided by 0. You can barely see it. And I'm picking up that Periwinkle Blue on this brush. And I'm going to start giving myself the liner. And this is the most tedious portion because you're using a tiny little brush. If you don't have steady hands, woo, this will be a challenge. I'm going to try and do the other eye off camera, and then I will be right back to finish off the lower lash line and everything. OMG, this was not easy. I mean, I didn't expect it to be easy, but I did not expect it to be this hard. Just a quick one, if you are using this as an actual tutorial, I knew there's an easier way around this. Do this outer corner first, and now I'm about to move on to the inner corner. I had to do it awkwardly, clearly, beforehand, and this hasn't actually taken me that long to do. We shall see if this inner portion is harder or not, but cutting this crease was a lot easier when I didn't have that inner corner there. I knew I was overthinking it. I knew. If you're an overthinker, clap your hands. If you're an overthinker, clap your hands. It's not an easy look, but it definitely, I made it look even harder than it actually is. Just do your crease first, the same sort of way where you stamp that little dot, but then leave that little bit at the end. Don't try and do it all at the same time. Cute. Okay, I can finally do my base. Actually, just before I do my base, I know I want this periwinkle purple in my waterline and I don't want it to dry, so I'm going to do that now. These do dry down, these paints, so I don't want them just to sit there and dry up. Because this look has taken me a long time, I'm just going to do my base really quickly. You've seen me do this 1,000 times, and you, I'm sure, know how to put foundation on and all of that stuff. So let's get to it and do it really quickly. Okay, time to finish off the eyes, and I'm going to take an angled brush with a little bit of cocoa, lining it with the outer corner and making that triangular dip. I'm going to use my brush to my advantage and start blending it sort of down. It's going to be nice and smoky down here. So this is just the beginning. And then I'm going to take the brush I was using for the sort of browns and mix cocoa and ginger and begin to blend the lower lash line. On the same flat angled brush, I'm going to take a little bit of the black and do the same. You don't want this part to be too low because it will drag your eye. I love me some black in a makeup look. Just adds the depth, and Black Beach is my favourite black. Now I'm taking a fluffy brush and a little bit of buff to go on the inner corner and making sure this is blended in. Cute. Very nice. I'm going to take a little bit of Dove from the Antidote. I ended up using both of the palettes, the Carnival 3 and the Carnival 4, and that goes on the inner corner. I don't want shimmers, just want a lighter inner corner there. I knew something was off. I forgot to elongate my inner corners, so for that I am taking an angled brush. I'm going to dampen it, and then I'm going to use Pecan from the Antidote palette to elongate my inner corners. And now I'm going to put some mascara on, some falsies, do the lips, and then I shall show you the final look. Alright you guys, so here it is. This is the final look I created today. Probably one of the hardest looks I have ever had to create, if not the hardest. There's so many elements to this, guys, and you need to take it slow. I highly recommend doing the cut crease first, so like the outer corner, and then this little bloop at the end. I definitely made it a little bit harder for myself on this eye, and yeah, just take into consideration that you want to lift with this look, so you want to do the outer corners pointing up, you want lashes to lift the look as well. I added some freckles, you don't have to. I made like this very glowy, fresh faced, summery look with this, and I really like it. I like the waves matching my hair. That was difficult, that was hard. Thanks Kat for the challenge. I really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it too. I hope all of you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. But for now, thank you so much for watching. You are the best, and I hope to see you next time.